everyone, I am Mahin Fatima studying CSM in Srinivas Ramanjan Institute of Technology. My environmental science assignment topic is Role of Technology in Disaster Management. Let's go into the topic. First, Introduction to Disaster Management. Disaster management encompasses the planning, response, recovery and mitigation of disasters. The increasing frequency and intensity of natural disasters necessitate efficient management strategies. Technology plays a crucial role in enhancing the disaster preparedness and response efforts. Next, role of technology in disaster management. Technology plays a crucial role in disaster management, enhancing the ability to predict, respond to, and recover from disasters. Its applications span the entire disaster management cycle: mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. Here's how technology contributes to each phase. Phases of disaster management. Disaster management cycle consists of 4 main phases: preparedness, response, recovery, and mitigation. Preparedness includes planning, training, and response allocation, enhanced readiness for potential disasters. Each phase is interconnected, requiring continuous evaluation improvement to enhance overall effectiveness. Next, preparedness strategies. Developing comprehensive emergency plans is essential for effective disaster preparedness. Training and drills help ensure that individuals and organizations know their roles during an emergency. Community engagement is crucial, as local knowledge and resources can significantly enhance preparedness efforts. Early warning systems. Early warning systems utilize advanced technology to predict and monitor natural disasters. These systems can disseminate alerts quickly, communicates communities at risk, allowing for timely evacuations. Examples include tsunami warning systems and meteorological forecasting tools. Next, second, response operations. The response phase focuses on immediate actions taken to save lives and protect property. Coordination among various agencies and organizations is vital for effective response efforts. Rapid assessment of the situation allows for timely allocation of resources and aid to affected areas. Next, recovery and mitigation. Recovery involves restoring services and rebuilding affected communities after a disaster. Mitigation strategies aim to reduce the risk and impact of future disaster through planning and infrastructure improvements. Next, Geographic Information Systems (GIS). GIS technology assists in mapping disaster-prone areas and analyzing geographical data. It enables responders to visualize the impact of disaster and plan effective interventions. GIS can also help assess vulnerabilities and allocate resources strategically during emergencies. Next, drone and aerial surveillance. Drones provide real-time aerial imagery for assessing damage and monitoring disaster zones. They can reach inaccessible areas, delivering crucial information to first responders. This technology situational awareness and improves operational efficiency during crisis. Next, mobile applications and communication. Mobile apps facilitate communication between disaster management agencies and affected communities. They can provide real-time updates on safety information and resource availability. Remote sensing technologies. Remote sensing technologies such as satellites monitor environmental changes and disaster impacts. They help in damage assessment and can track recovery efforts over time. Data analytics and machine learning. These can predict disaster trends and outcomes. These technologies enhance risk assessment and aid in developing proactive disaster management strategies. They also support resource optimization by analyzing historical data. Next, Example of this we can see Hurricane Maria over Puerto Rico. Before and after situation of this tsunami. Next, use of drones for disaster assessment in Puerto Rico after Maria. Following Hurricane Maria in 2017, drones became an essential tool for assessing disaster impact and guiding the response in Puerto Rico. The storm left extensive damage, including flooded areas, downed infrastructure, and isolated communities, many of which were inaccessible by road. Here's how drones supported the assessment and recovery effects. First, rapid damage and assessment and mapping. 3D mapping and aerial surveys. Drones provided high-resolution aero to map the devastation across Puerto Rico, quickly creating 3D map, visualize and prioritize the most affected areas. Infrastructure damage. They allowed authorities to assess to critical infrastructure like roads, bridges, and buildings, helping to identify areas which requiring immediate interventions. Next, inspecting utilities and energy infrastructure. Power grid and communication lines. Drones were crucial for inspecting the extensive damage to power lines and communication infrastructure, providing visual data that utility companies use it to strategize repairs. Water and sewer systems. Drones help survey damages to water and sewer systems, enabling engineers to access water quality risk and prioritize safe water access restoration. Third one, search, rescue, and community support. Locating isolated individuals in mountains and rural regions help locate individuals in isolated areas cut off by floodwater, landslides, guiding rescue efforts and resource distribution. Delivery of supplies. Some drones even used to deliver such as medical kits and water to areas unreachable by vehicles. Next. Fourth, environmental monitoring and hazard assessment, flooding and landslide risk assessment. Drones surveyed natural landscape to assess ongoing risk of floods, landslides, and erosion, which were common due to saturated soil and damaged vegetation. Monitoring surveys and rivers. They monitored changes in rivers and reservoirs, helping predict potential overflow points and mitigate the risk of further flooding. Fifth, communication restoration, temporary communication hubs. Some drones were with technology to restore temporarily cellular or internet services. Responders and residents connect and communicate during the disaster. Next. Sixth, logistics and resource planning, efficient resource location. Providing real-time data on conditions across Puerto Rico, drones enable relief organizations to allocate resources more effectively, delivering and precisely where it was most needed. Case studies of drone use in Puerto Rico. Various organizations utilized drones for damage assessments in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria, including government and non-profit entities. Specific case studies illustrate how drone imagery was accessed damage to homes, power lines, and agricultural areas. These case studies highlight the effectiveness of drone facilitating recovery efforts and improving community resilience. Next, benefits of drones for post-Maria assessment. Drones offer a cost-effective solution to gather detailed visual data without putting human access at risk. They can access hard-to-reach areas that may be dangerous for ground teams to do debris or flooding. High-resolution images and videos captured by drones help in creating accurate damage assessment for recovery planning. Conclusion. The deployment of drones after Hurricane Maria marked a significant shift in disaster response methodology. Their efficiency in surveying and documenting the disaster zone reduced assessment times and enabled faster data-driven responses. Puerto Rico's experience with drones has since influenced other disaster response frameworks, highlighting technology's potential for rapid, precise disaster assessment. That's all about this role of technology in disaster management and Hurricane Maria over Puerto Rico's experience. Thank you for giving me this golden opportunity. I hope you found this video insightful. Have a nice day.